Hello everyone and welcome to the video about Le Mans Ultimate first impressions of an average Joe sim racer. I've played the game for a total of 9.8 hours roughly now according to Steam, although I don't know when I managed to do that, and I've been exploring all the different options through the game and just gathering information for, well, yeah, this video, and also to maybe report a couple of bugs on Le Mans Ultimate. Anyway, I would like to share my initial thoughts about the game with everyone, and just to give you an idea what to expect if you're planning to buy this game, and in the end maybe even give you a recommendation if you should or you should not buy the game. So yeah, let's start it up and head on in. So yeah, that's the intro video that we all seen it before on YouTube from Le Mans Ultimate. Of course, we have the option to always skip it ahead of time, and it just goes on to a repeat. And then we're greeted by the initial menu of Le Mans Ultimate. Currently, as you can see, the options we have are race weekend and online, and view my or your driver profile. Online is working. There are options to race there. There are daily races, and they are based, of course, on your ranked. So currently, as you can see, we could join the GTE fixed with fixed setups on Fuji Speedway. The other race for bronze rated drivers, as I am, is to drive the prototypes on Portimao, the LMP2s, not the hybrids. There are also a couple of weekly races. LMP Masters is currently underway at Sebring. And tomorrow it's going to be Hypercar Madness. Twice a day, actually. Nice. I didn't even know that. And there are some special events which are also happening on this weekend on Saturday. So we have the online option. That's good. Yeah, if we just run through the settings a little bit. The gameplay starts with difficulty, where you have a bunch of options that you can turn on or off depending on your skill set, or if you need help with any of things like auto clutch, or you need a racing line, or so on. Controls, I must say, I have Fanatec CSL DD and VRS pedals. Everything was detected out of the box. I didn't need to do anything. Although I did reset up my buttons because I like my buttons in a way. Graphical settings. It is quite a performance-hungry game. Although I must say it runs very smooth on my my PC. I was running online ranked races in an ultra preset, and I was getting around 90 to 100 FPS constantly, with, of course, jumps up to 140 at times. Sound pretty basic setup. Now, I must say the UI is a little bit laggy, particularly when you're changing settings. Might feel like it's lagging a little bit behind. We have, Sebring, Portimao, Spa. We have Le Mans, Monza, we have Fuji, I have Bahrain. All the races from the, or tracks from the World Endurance Championship from 2023. we have 3 classes: Hypercar, LMP2, and GTE. And of course, all the lovely hypercars that were on the racetrack in 2023, which is the Cadillac, the Ferrari. See, this is the lag that I'm talking about. The Glickenhaus, the Peugeot without the rear wing, the Porsche, Toyota, and Van Wall. Now I'm going to take the Cadillac for this race because I haven't driven it yet. And as for, oops, I want to enable these, not disable them. You have a lot of options to set up here, but I have heard that it's a little bit limited, and as you can see, quality can only go from 5 minutes to 20 minutes. There has also been a case where, yeah, like for example here, I cannot set up a shorter race on more than 1 hour for some reason. I can go to 24 hours, but I cannot go shorter than 1 hour, although I have seen others setting up races for 18 minutes or so. For some reason, this doesn't work for me. So yeah, we're going to go into practice, and then hopefully we'll skip on to race, just to drive a little bit. But first, just want to talk a little bit about during the practice. There we go. We're waiting for the game to load. This is one other negative about the game. The loading times are insanely long. It takes forever. You're usually stuck here at around 48%. And I do seriously hope that Studio 397 will fix this issue. And I am running on a relatively beefy computer. The game is installed on an SSD, the M2. CPU is okay, a little bit old, but still should manage to load the game fairly quickly. It's a 10700K i7 and RTX 4090, but still the loading times are long. And here we go. Finally, we are in. Let's just quickly check our FFB, our force feedback. See, this is the lagginess of V8 fired up. This is the lagginess of the UI. Setup, pretty straightforward. If you're used to R-Factor 2, you will know the screens very well. What you can change, what you can do. It's pretty straightforward. A lot of options to change on the car. But okay, before we go out onto the race, there's just one little thing I want to showcase before we hop on in there. Ignition is on, engine is not on. We're moving only on hybrid, and bam! This is one of my favorite features. It just brings a smile on my face. Just that ICE kicking in, and you're off. All right, now I'll see you in a race. Okay, final meters before green flag.
Green, green, let's go.
Here we go. Side by side with the Van Wall. We're going to hang back a little bit to avoid the argy-bargy in front. Oh, LMP2 sends it. Of course, we are quicker in the hypercar. Whoa! A little bit of a Involuntary butt sniffing. Ooh, Glickenhaus almost lost it, but kept it. Which gives us a good run past both the Glickenhaus and the Van Wall. Yeah, as you can see, the AI are a little bit bumpy. But overall, I think they are very good. Of course, we haven't seen much of them just yet. Ooh, nice lock up, Tommy. Let's go full deployment. Fellow Cadillac. Whoa, 3 wide. Past the Peugeots. Let's reduce it a little bit. As you can see, the hybrid on that blue line by the speedometer is dropping quite significantly when you're deploying fully. And of course, all of this is also changeable in the HUD, or if you map the keys. So a little bit about the game. Graphics, I think it's just gorgeous. This is on a high preset with a couple of things turned up. Oop. Dropped it to neutral. HUD is, you have everything there that you need, all the information. I think graphically the HUD as well is also well made. A little bit of understeer. Let's give the Peugeot a chance to make a move on us. Bumped by Mr. Peugeot from the back. Loic Duval is right in front of us now. Yeah, AI are a little bit aggressive at times. Whoa. You're also carrying a lot of powers in these cars, so back end does try to step out. But otherwise, in terms of physics, I can feel, and force feedback of course, I can feel just fine what's going on with my car. It does feel a lot like R Factor 2, but that's, in my opinion, a good thing in terms of physics and force feedback. All I can say, there have been improvements in terms of physics made in the Le Mans Ultimate. Because, for example, in R Factor 2, once your tires would drop below like 95%, you could start seeing your lap times getting slower and slower. While I had a very interesting and a very fun LMP2 race yesterday at Sebring online, and I was double stinting the medium tires there, and they were already down to around 70, and I could still extract almost the same lap times from them as before. Let's go. Full power. Also, what I noticed, the camber now actually has a proper effect when changing the setup, because in our Factor 2 before, you would pretty much be running lowest camber possible. Whoa. Locked up. Oh, that was lucky I didn't hit anyone. Snag the brake. And rejoined just ahead of the Glickenhauses. Yeah, the hypercars are very difficult to drive, as it also should be. Lots of weight behind these cars, so they're very tricky to drive, particularly around the corners. Even if they do have a lot of downforce, it does take some getting used to. Mr. Bamber and Paul Di Resta in front, tussling for positions. Let's see if we can maybe get ourselves in the mix there. Oh, no, we've been a bit naughty. Yeah, overall, in terms of driving, I have no complaints. Like I said, I can feel what the car is doing, what's happening with the car. AI are on point, although they do seem a little bit slow here, particularly towards the end of the long straights. And I don't know why this is. But it's alright. Alright, we're going to cut the race here. This has been a couple of laps of Le Mans and Le Mans Ultimate for a couple of my comments on first impressions about the game. And I will join you in a moment to give my final thoughts on this and tell you if I think you should get the game or not. So yeah, that was a quick presentation and quick initial thoughts on Le Mans Ultimate. So just to recap everything, first we have to start out with this is early access build. So if you do get it, expect bugs. Really do expect them, because there are bugs. There's not just little UI things, as you may have saw, that you cannot set up the race distance properly, or even if you set it up, when you launch into the game, the distance will be something entirely different when you're there, or the UI being laggy, or some things being see-through that shouldn't be see-through, or some things not being see-through that should have been see-through. Those are minor bugs. There are also bigger bugs in the game currently, where the game just unexpectedly crashes, just out of the blue, in various different situations. It happens. Expect that, and I think you will have a very good time if you do get it. The AI, I think, are very good. I've been running them anywhere between 95 and 100% for my skill level, and they're just there about where I'm able to keep up with them. Of course, you can also go over that if your skill level is a lot higher. But of course, there's also the online racing, which does work. It is there. Thing is, only the all racers currently are pretty much in the same rank, so it's a little bit of a hit and miss there. You might have a good race, you might not. It depends. But overall, the experience from racing is very good. The physics, I think, are good. Force feedback could use still a little bit of refinement, but it's still very good. You can extract information, what's going on with the car, very detailed information. You can know when the car is about to lose grip, you can feel the weight transfer, all of that. But when you do also try and keep in mind the tires you're starting on are cold, like freezing cold, and there's literally no grip in them. So do keep that in mind as well if you're driving anywhere but on the Le Mans track. So should you get it? I personally think yes, it's a good simulator. In terms of content, and I don't mean track and car content, but I mean in other types of content, is a little bit limited. Do expect that, but if you can look past all of this, and if you can accept an odd crash here and there, or something not working perfectly as it should have been, do get it. I do know that Studio 397 is working constantly on improving it. There has been a couple of hotfixes already downloaded from Steam, so they are doing things, they are improving it. It's not just out there to get the money and then disappear. So it does seem like the game is actively being worked on. And with that said, I will cut the video here, and thank you all for watching. If you did like it, do give that like, and if you really liked it, do give me a subscribe. It would mean very much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.